Previously on Just in Case, A Case in Time. A mysterious visitor from cases past, an old army buddy and fast-talking con artist, just in time, arrived with charm in his smile and secrets in his pocket. An envelope with no name, a microtape filled with whispers, a trail of blood leading back to a dead man named Richard Cranium. Meanwhile, shadows moved behind the scenes, Russian sleeper agents, covert drops, and a sinister voice whispering from a black car. Memory Lane vanished after getting paid off. No one knows who hired her, or what she was really hired to forget. Fractured conversations with Russian operatives with questionable motives. Just as it gets quiet for a moment, there's a call with good news about a marriage. But don't celebrate just yet, as the road to the honeymoon in Niagara Falls turns into a dead end. Our story now continues 5 years later in
Just in Case PI in The Long Way Down. Written and created by Steve Tobis. All rights reserved. Copyright January 2026.
When the night grows long and the city sighs, shadows walk the alleys, full of secrets, full of lies. But there's one man moving while the world stands still, a fedora in the doorway, a badge of iron will.
He's the one you call when your past won't stay erased.
Truth cuts deep in the dark, but nobody cuts like Case.
Yeah, shadows never sleep,
and neither does Just in Case.
5 years is a long time to pretend you're over something. Long enough to box up the memories, paint the office, and lie to yourself every time you walk past a certain street, or a certain cliff, or a certain cemetery. But some anniversaries don't care how hard you try to forget them. They just circle the date in red and wait. Tonight, Just in Case is not in his office. He's not working a case. He's standing in front of 2 headstones that never got a proper ending. The names read, Agent Sundance, Anita Leave. No date of death, no closure, just stone. And questions. The cemetery's almost empty at this hour. Just a groundskeeper who went home early, a security guard who doesn't like the rain, and a detective who never stopped feeling like he failed his best friend. Just in Case, private investigator, professional insomniac, and tonight, professional mourner.
Happy anniversary, you two. Sorry I didn't bring flowers. They never did suit you anyway.
He talks to the stone like it's rude not to. He doesn't expect an answer. He never expects an answer.
Hey, cemetery's closed.
Just paying my respects.
You can pay them during visiting hours. The gate's locked at 10.
Sure, I'll be out of your hair in a minute.
The guard is new. The graveyard isn't. Justin's been here every year on this night for years. He gives the headstones one last look. His best friend, Frida's sister, the 2 people who left without saying goodbye.
Wherever you are, Marshall. Wherever you are, Anita. I still owe you both an apology.
Justin walks away. He doesn't know it yet, but the dead aren't done with him. Not by a long shot. By the time Justin reaches his building, the rain's down to a sprinkle. The neon sign above the door flickers like it's trying to give up, but can't. Justin's looking forward to paperwork and bad coffee. He gets something else instead. As Justin goes to open the door, he doesn't see the small cardboard box that has been left. His foot kicks the unnoticed box. What the? A package. Brown paper, tied with twine. No return address. The kind of box that never brings anything good.
Curiosity killed the cat, Case. Good thing I'm not a cat.
Inside the box are 3 things: a photograph, a cracked driver's license, and a folded note.
This is the cliff.
It is. The same cliff the state trooper described years ago. Only this photo isn't a relic. It's fresh. Skid marks. A fresh scrape on the guardrail. A date scribbled on the back. Yesterday. Marshall. Sundance. His best friend's driver's license. Expired. Cracked. Impossible. But there it is. And so is a note.
You missed something.
5 words. Enough to drag years of ghosts into the room. Just then,
Justin?
Frida Leave, Justin's partner, his anchor, his secret love, and the woman who lost a sister she never got to bury.
I saw you from the street. You were just standing there, staring at that box. What is it?
You should come inside.
The office is the same as always. Desk, file cabinets, coffee that could strip paint. Nothing in the room knows that years just came crashing back in.
Okay, what is all this?
A reminder.
Of what?
He doesn't answer. He just slides the photograph across the desk.
No. Justin, is that...
She doesn't finish the sentence. She doesn't have to.
That's the cliff, where the trooper said, "Why do you have this?"
It was sitting at the door. Look at this.
He places the license in her hand.
Marshall.
His name hits the air like a dropped glass. They haven't said it like this in years.
Is this some kind of joke? Who would do this to us?
It came with this note that says, "You missed something."
Somebody thinks this is funny?
No. Whoever sent this knows exactly what they're doing.
For 15 years, Frida's grief lived in a box she kept on the highest shelf in her mind. Tonight, someone kicked the ladder out from under it.
Justin, if this is real, if this means anything, if there's even a chance...
Then we find out what? Carefully.
Years and years trying to live around this hole. I blamed you, you know.
I know.
You were the last one to hear them. Happy, alive. And then, nothing. And a trooper on the phone. And a cliff. And no bodies. I needed someone to blame. You let it be you.
You were grieving. I could take it.
Can you take this?
She taps the photo with a finger.
Because I can't.
Then we don't let it sit. We move. We follow it where it leads.
Where does it lead?
Back to the beginning.
Back to the cliff. The road to the cliff hasn't gotten any shorter in 5 years, just narrower. Justin drives. Frida stares out the window. Marty Pants bounces in the back seat, clutching 2 flashlights and more nervous jokes than sense.
You sure this is a good idea? Night drive to the scene of your worst memory. No snacks. And I left my will at home.
You're only here because of the flashlight.
I own 3 flashlights.
Let him talk, Justin. Noise is better than the silence.
The silence between them is heavy. It's full of 5 years of what if.
Justin, if this hurts more, if this makes things worse...
Then we stop. We breathe. We face it together.
And then we get pie. Don't forget the pie. Pie is important to the healing process.
He's not wrong.
The cliff looks different with a new guardrail. Straight metal where twisted wreckage used to be. But the air feels the same. Heavy. Waiting.
This is it.
Yeah.
I hate it here. Is it okay to hate geography?
Justin walks to the edge, stopping where the photo put him. Fresh tire marks scar the gravel. Not ghosts, not memories.
These are fresh tire tracks. Rain hasn't washed them out. Look, recent.
How recent?
Day or two, maybe less.
So somebody else came out here to relive the worst night of your life? That's not creepy at all.
As a car rolls by, its headlights cast a light, and Justin spots something glinting by the guardrail.
Marty, grab your flashlight and aim it over there.
As Marty points the flashlight, Justin kneels and starts digging into the damp gravel. Justin finds a coin-sized device buried near the rail. A tiny bulb flickers on its surface.
This isn't from the highway department.
What is it?
Transmitter, with some kind of signal beacon.
So we weren't the only ones invited to the cliff party.
Somebody's been here. Somebody planted this. Somebody wanted someone to find it. In the distance, something sounds very unsettling. Something unexpected.
Justin!
I hear it. A pair of headlights crest the hill behind them, growing larger, brighter, too fast.
Frida! Marty! Move! Now!
The car doesn't slow. It aims for the edge. Everyone dives for cover as the car roars past, hitting and skidding on the gravel.
They're going over!
And then jerks away at the last second, fishtailing, tires screaming, before vanishing down the service road.
Was that a warning? Because if so, message received.
No license plate. No hesitation. They wanted us to see them.
Why?
Because someone else is watching this cliff too.
Justin walks a little farther on the gravel, following skid marks, and kneels down.
Well, I'll be. Boot print. Size 12. Military tread.
Justin, what are you saying?
I'm not saying it's his. I'm saying somebody who shops at the same store he did was here.
Comforting. Very comforting. And I don't mean the boots.
Frida wraps her arms around herself. The wind steals her breath, but not her words.
If this is some sick game, if someone is playing with us, we can't just walk away.
We won't.
5 years of not knowing. 5 years of hearing that call replay in my head. If there's any chance at all, that Marshall and Anita didn't die here,
Then we find the truth, even if we don't like what it looks like.
And I'll come along and complain the whole way.
Justin pockets the transmitter. The first clue in a case he never wanted back. The cliff has given them something tonight. Not a body, not a confession, just a breadcrumb. 5 years after the tragedy that never was, Justin and Frida drove back to her apartment, where Justin just stares at a clue he never expected to see again. It's been a bit much for a day for remembering, as they both sit back, listen to some soft jazz, and take the edge off with a nightcap.
Marshall's alive. That message wasn't accidental.
but it was short. Could be anything, a glitch, a coincidence.
No. He used our old cipher, the one we buried years ago. He's trying to tell us something. And whoever told us they were dead wanted us blind.
Then why now? Why after 5 years?
I don't know. But someone just put us back in the game.
Awful late for phone calls.
Forget about it. Let it ring.
Justin, what if it's about Marshall and Anita? Hello?
Frida, live, still searching, still hoping, still alive.
What do you want?
A warning, stop digging, stay out of old graves, or someone will have to put you into one. No, dawaj.
Justin, that voice. I've heard it before.
From where?
I don't know, but not recently. Years ago. Something about it.
It means we're close enough to scare someone, but not close enough to see who.
As Justin spreads papers across the kitchen table, they both start to take a closer look at clues.
All right, let's stay tight. No guesses, only what we know.
We know Marshall sent a coded message last week.
Yes, fact 1.
We know Anita vanished with him 5 years ago.
Right, that's fact 2.
We know the official story was a lie.
And now we have fact 3.
And tonight someone warned us to stop.
And there it is, fact 4. Meaning someone is watching us again.
But we still don't know who faked their deaths.
Or who's keeping them from being found.
Or why the message came now.
Exactly. Those answers come later. We stay disciplined. No connecting dots that aren't there.
So what's next?
Next, I need to know what's on that transmitter. Frida, hand me the phone, please.
Who you gonna call?
Just one person I can trust. And I say that loosely. Just in time.
Sure, why not? Just what we need. A patent shoe slick con artist selling who knows what?
I know what you're saying and how you feel, but he's my number one when it comes to deciphering, and is an expert in electronic wizardry.
Hello?
Hey, Time, looking for a favor.
Well. If it isn't my good old pal just in case. You never send me cards and flowers anymore. Where's the love, buddy?
Yeah, right, whatever. But I got this transmitter with a flashing light on it that might contain some vital info on a case I'm working on. So can you hop over here to Frida's place? You remember where she lives, right?
How could I forget where that doll lives? Hell, I was waiting for you to kick off so I could show her some real charm.
Thanks. Oh, and by the way, do us all a favor. Leave that charm bottled up on a shelf in an old pickle jar for another stinking day.
Okay. Give me 5. I'll be over.
That must be Time.
Well, Case, you gonna stand there or invite me in?
Come in, Time.
Just in Time struts in like a showman, takes off his overcoat and hands it to Justin.
Here, old boy. Can you take care of this?
Justin snares as he dumps his coat on the closet chair. Mr. Time walks slowly to Frida, gently grabbing her hand.
Frida, how good to see you again. And you look as ravishing as always.
Okay, Time, stop making time with my girl and let's get to work.
Case, you're as much fun as a fishbowl at a cat party. So, what do you got?
Justin brings out the transmitter, and Time reaches into his inner pocket and pulls out some micro-tools that resemble something that a jeweler might use.
Here's the transmitter we found at the crash site of Marshall and Anita. Can you see if there is any message on it?
What? Marshall and Anita? Damn it, Case, why didn't you say so on the phone? Hell, of course I'll find out all I can. They were good people.
You got that right.
Hang on, give me a min. Got it! But it's in code. My lord, that old cipher code we used to use. How the hell did...
Well, what did it say?
The message was short. The water remembers.
That's a phrase from an old case.
Yes, and he knows it. That means he's pointing us to a location we both know. Something we worked before. Something tied to water.
Which one?
3 possibilities. Pier Reservoir, Lake House Station, or the ridge?
Where do we start?
I know where I'm starting, and it's this quaint little piano bar with a hot number named Trixie. So I'm off, and it's not playing cloak and dagger with you two. But if you ever need me, you know where not to find me. I'm out of here. Later, alligator.
And we're off to the reservoir. It's the closest, dark enough to hide a message, and remote enough that someone won't want us there. We don't know who's behind this. Names don't mean anything yet. Not to us, not until we have proof.
So we keep it simple.
Exactly. We follow the clue, nothing else.
And if someone's watching?
Then they'll know we're coming.
You're not scared, are you?
Honestly, terrified. But fear's useful. Fear keeps you careful.
Then let's be careful.
No theories, no assumptions, just a detective, his partner in misery, a message from the dead who aren't dead, and a trail of water that remembers more than it should. The pier reservoir sits quiet at midnight. Quiet like a guilty man holding his breath. Just in case and Frida leave, step into the dark, hoping the water remembers what the last 5 years tried to erase.
You sure this is the right place?
It's the only place Marshall and I used that was tied to water and still standing.
Feels colder than it should.
Fear makes lousy insulation.
Justin turns on his flashlight as the water from the reservoir slaps against the pier's pillars. Justin kneels as he aims his flashlight towards a small, rusty metal panel in the pillar.
What's that?
Special place. Same one we used back in the day.
You're kidding.
No. Marshall had this panel put in years ago and bored deep into the pillar so we could stash things here. Never thought I'd see it again.
Justin starts to unscrew the bolt.
There's something inside.
Justin!
Stay back. Not sure what's inside.
Justin lifts the rusty panel, and he reaches for the contents. Inside the secret stash, a folded page, a metal dog tag, and a device the size of a matchbox wrapped in cloth.
You just gonna stare at it? Read it.
It's Marshall's handwriting.
What does it say? Come on, what does it say?
Jay, if you found this, they moved us. Still alive. Can't hold out long. She watches everything. Contact only through the ridge.
She watches everything? Who?
We don't know. Not yet.
The ridge?
Looks like the last place I thought of should have been the first.
Another secret location from the old days?
Well, definitely not the place you'd go for a scotch and a stogie. Just a dark hole I'd rather never think of.
Justin's jaw tightens. It's the look of a man who finally has a direction to run and a reason not to stop.
Justin, he left his dog tag.
He'd never do that unless he wanted me to know he was doing it on purpose.
What's the number on it?
Engine battalion code. But see this scratch here? This wasn't part of the original engraving.
You gonna tell me? Or are we gonna play the $64,000 question game? So, what does it mean?
It's a cut, a mark. Marshall's sign for danger incoming.
Incoming for who? Him? Us?
Both.
The last thing left from that secret compartment was a tattered, dusty old cheesecloth that appeared to wrap an old metal box that Justin hadn't seen in years.
What is that?
A micro recorder. Old tech. Military grade. These things don't get used unless someone can't risk wired ears.
It's pretty beat up. Is it broken?
Only one way to find out.
Justin, they lied. We're alive. Both. She's keeping us because of find the ridge, find the truth. Do not trust.
Justin, we're not alone.
Behind me, now.
Justin slowly pulls his gun out. A figure steps forward from out of the dark. Not running, not hiding, watching. Justin points his gun.
Show your hands.
Easy, detective. If I wanted you gone, we wouldn't be speaking.
That voice. I know that voice.
Who are you?
Someone who's been waiting for you to follow the water. Someone your friend Marshall trusted once. Someone he warned you about.
The stranger steps into the faint edge of the flashlight beam. A face both familiar and unknown. Eyes that have seen too much.
I saw you once before. 5 years ago. By the crash site.
It wasn't a crash, and you were never supposed to know that.
Where are Marshall and Anita?
Alive, for now. But they will not be if you return to your office. Someone is waiting there with instructions to end you.
Who sent them?
A man who wants the throne, a woman who wants a ghost, and a detective who's finally wide awake.
The stranger turns to leave.
Wait, who are you?
Follow the ridge, Case, before the ridge follows you.
The stranger's footsteps fade into the night as Frida turns to Justin.
Justin, that man. Do you know him?
No, but he knows me. He knows Marshall. He knows too much.
And he said someone is waiting at your office to kill you.
Then we're not going back there.
Now that's a smart move. So what now?
Now we follow the ridge, whatever it is, wherever it leads.
The water gave back a voice, and the night gave back a warning. The ridge waits, and the next truth is buried right beneath its shadow. The stranger's footsteps vanish into the dark, but his warning hangs in the air like fog that refuses to lift.
Justin, what did he mean before the ridge follows you?
It's a threat, or a clue, or both.
I didn't like his tone.
I didn't like that he knew who I was.
Or that he knew Marshall.
And he knew someone was waiting at my office. Which means someone is already ahead of us.
Then we're changing plans?
We're not going back anywhere familiar. Not until we know who that man is and who sent him.
Justin, look at the ground.
Footprints. 3 sets. 1 is his. 2 others. Heavier.
Meaning he brought friends?
He wasn't alone. Someone else was tailing him, watching him talk to us. Maybe watching us now.
Should we leave?
Yeah, but not until... Hang on.
Justin spots something smoldering and bends down to pick it up.
Now what?
Fresh cigarette stub. Still warm.
Oh great, someone's close.
Close enough to watch. Not close enough to engage.
Justin pockets the stub like it's the first bead in a necklace of clues. They both get into the car. They drive with the headlights off for the first mile, just to make sure no one follows.
Justin, let's talk about the message on the recorder.
Not yet.
We have to. Marshall said, she's keeping us because of, and then it cut off.
Exactly. Which means someone else cut it. Deliberately. They didn't want us to know the reason.
So she is...
We don't know who she is. We don't assume. We wait until we find a second message. Marshall wouldn't leave only one.
And the ridge?
We'll get to that next. Now, Frida, open the glove box and pull out my map.
Okay. So now what am I looking for?
Ridge Point Waterworks.
That's been abandoned for years.
Exactly. Makes it perfect for a second drop.
Justin, you really think Marshall is leaving these for you?
He wouldn't risk sending a broadcast unless he planned backups.
The night grows heavier as the road narrows into the forest.
Justin, look in the mirror.
I see it.
Headlights, same distance for the last 5 minutes.
Not gaining, not losing.
They're following us.
Don't panic. Not yet.
Justin taps the brake twice.
What's that, a signal?
Yeah, if they're tailing us, they'll react.
The car behind begins to vanish as it slows slightly, then matches speed again.
Justin.
We have company. Hold on. Sharp right coming up.
Justin!
Justin swings the car into a narrow side road, flanked by trees thick enough to swallow noise.
Did we lose them?
Check the mirror.
No headlights. They didn't take the turn.
Means they don't know this road, and that means they aren't locals.
Or they want us to think they backed off.
Either way, we're not stopping.
They continued to drive down the old dirt road until they came upon an old, dilapidated industrial complex. There was an old, washed-out sign that was barely legible on the side of the building.
Is this it?
Ridgepoint Waterworks. Yeah.
Feels wrong. Abandoned places always feel wrong.
Exactly why Marshall would choose it.
The old waterworks towers over them like a giant skeleton made of rust and memory. They enter what looks to have been the old maintenance department.
What are we looking for?
Something small. Something only he would know to leave. Check the old maintenance lockers. Frida, over here.
What did you find?
Inside the locker is a single object wrapped in plastic. Old, dented, cold.
A cassette tape.
Marshall left 2 messages?
No, this isn't his style. Not a cassette.
Then whose is it?
Only one way to find out.
Just in case. You're behind schedule.
She knows your name.
Shh, quiet.
You found the reservoir message. Good. You weren't supposed to find the waterworks yet. But no matter, you're on the right path. For now.
Who is she?
Keep listening.
You're going to discover things soon. Unpleasant things. About the past 5 years. About Marshall. About Anita. But don't rush. I've waited this long for you. I can wait a little more.
Justin. She's watching us.
Not just watching. She's planning.
So what do we do?
We keep moving. And we don't look back. The ridge is speaking now, and I'm finally listening.
The tape stopped talking, but it didn't stop echoing. Justin Case and Frida Leave were standing within the empty shell of Ridgepoint Waterworks, knowing the woman who recorded that message already knew where they'd go and how long it would take them to get there.
Justin. She said she's been waiting for you. How does someone wait for a Seamus who didn't even know he was coming?
Because somebody else told her I would.
Who?
Now that's the $64,000 question, isn't it? 'Cause we don't know yet. And we don't guess.
She sounded calm, like she was enjoying this.
Which means she's in control. And that's what scares me.
Justin fiddles with the cassette player like it owed him money. He pops out the cassette and notices something he had not seen before.
Look here. The tape housing's cracked. Someone pried it open, then sealed it again.
Why do that?
To insert the message manually. No fingerprints.
So she didn't want anyone tracking it.
Exactly.
But why leave it for you?
She wants me to follow, and she's confident enough to assume I will.
Because of Marshall? Or Anita?
Both. You heard her, she didn't use their names. She avoided specifics.
How the hell can she know how we think?
She knows too much, which means she's close. Closer than anyone we've met so far.
Justin and Frida walk deeper into the depths of the old abandoned waterworks building. Justin keeps sweeping the old pipes and warehouse with his flashlight.
See anything?
Rust on the walls, regret in the air, and no music anywhere.
All at once, Justin stops dead in his tracks.
What is it, Justin?
This wall. Look at the cement line.
Okay, so it's dry. So what? Look around at all these walls. They are all... Ugh.
Everything else around it is wet.
Meaning?
Someone stood here, long enough to block the rain.
The stranger? Or someone else?
More than one person. Different heights, weights, different shoe sizes. Just look at these impressions.
Then they were watching this spot.
No, they were waiting for us to watch.
Justin and Frida leave the waterworks on foot, cutting through the service road toward where they parked 2 blocks over. The night is quiet. Until it isn't.
Justin, that phone, it's ringing.
Nobody's around. Nobody should be around.
Who would be calling a payphone out here, at this hour?
Exactly. Unless someone who knew we'd pass it.
You're not thinking of answering that, are you?
What if it's the Mertz family calling to tell me I just won their Publishers Clearinghouse contest? Anyway, I don't like being predictable, but I hate being played more. Since I know you know who this is, how about enlightening me on who you are?
If it isn't that 2-bit heartthrob with a license to ask questions, good evening, Justin.
You again.
You're moving too quickly. You'll ruin everything if you keep charging into the dark.
Enough games. Where are Marshall and Anita?
Alive, for now. But if you continue at this pace, you'll kill them long before I do.
Justin, hang up.
Why warn us? Why help?
Help? No. Guide? Yes. Someone has to make sure you don't reach the ridge blind.
Who are you?
The only one who cares whether you survive this. Good night, Mr. Case.
She knew we were on this street.
She knew exactly where we'd be, which means we've had eyes on us longer than I realized.
The payphone falls silent. The rain softens. And Justin understands that the game is no longer about catching clues, but outrunning the people planting them.
Justin, Marshall said in the recording, she's keeping us because of... And it cut off.
Which means the she is someone powerful, someone with control, someone who wants us chasing clues instead of her.
But we don't know who she is.
No, but now we know this. Somebody wants us chasing the wrong lead, and somebody else wants us dead before we find the right one.
So where next?
We find the next place tied to the ridge. If Marshall left one message, he left more. He wouldn't risk everything on one drop.
2 messages so far. One from him, one from... her.
Which means the next one might be from somebody who doesn't want her speaking for him.
Justin, that sounds like a guess.
No, it's a pattern. Marshall communicates in layers. First, the broad signal, then the reservoir message, then this place. It escalates. It always escalates.
And what about the man who threatened us?
He's temporary. The woman on the tape? She's permanent. One message from her means one thing. She's in charge of someone, or something connected to Marshall.
Justin and Frida get back into the car and begin leaving the waterworks. They leave the waterworks quietly, driving down the long access road that winds through dead trees and broken lampposts.
Justin, headlights, over there behind the pump house.
I see them. Same distance as before.
They're following us, not even pretending not to.
Good. Means they want us to see them, but not catch them.
Justin taps the brake twice. The car behind reacts immediately.
Hey, they slowed down when you tapped your brakes.
Tail confirmation. No doubt now.
Justin speeds up and takes a left, then a right, and then another right. He ends up in a dark alley, kills his lights and engine.
Justin, did we lose them?
For now, but keep your head down.
A payphone on the side of the alley begins ringing, sharp, echoing.
Justin, who even knows we're here?
I'd like to know that too, but nobody should. Which means somebody does. Okay, here we go again. This is Case.
You're moving too quickly.
Where are Marshall and Anita?
Alive, but not for long if you keep driving blind. The ridge has eyes, and you're searching in the wrong direction.
Enough games! Who are you?
No game, Mr. Case. No game at all. Just your next mistake, if you don't slow down.
Justin, she knew we were here. Right here.
Yeah, which means the next clue is close. Too close.
The night tightens around them. The phone goes silent, and Justin Case finally understands. Someone is pulling him toward the truth, and someone else is pushing him toward his grave.